All right, recap over UFC 306, Sean O'Malley versus Merab. I'm gonna be going over mainly the last three fights and the whole event as a whole. Starting off with Brian Ortega versus Diego Lopez. Yeah, it was a great fight. Obviously, Diego Lopez won in a unanimous decision. I had him in a first round TKO. That was my official prediction. He rocked him very early, almost finished him, but Ortega escaped it. He really didn't have anything going from that fight. Really, he's just not good at striking. I mean, that's not a surprise, though. I mean, he was on the feet. He's just not good on the feet. Lopez looked sharp. He looked better than he did against Ige, because we saw some weaknesses from Lopez last time. He started to fatigue in the third round, almost lost that round. Probably did, actually. But this time, he looked better in the third round. So he proved his cardio's improved, and he doesn't fatigue as much. He looked very sharp through 3 rounds. He looked really good. That was a great win for him. Now Lopez will be ranked in the top 5, so that's good for him. Ortega, on the other hand, had a little bit of moments, but not really. He was really getting pieced up on the feet and just had a lot of cuts and a big black eye over him. I kind of predicted this happen. I thought it'd be a blowout. I predicted Lopez win by first round TKO, which he almost did, or he finishes the fight in a dominant decision. But yeah, he pretty much did what I thought he did. So I was 1-4 on my prediction. Co-main event, we had Alexa Grasso versus Valentina Shevchenko. 3, the trilogy. To be honest, I said before, I don't watch too much female fight. I don't pay attention too much. But I did have Grasso winning. Obviously, that happened. Shevchenko won in a decision, a very dominant one. Decision, 50-45. Yeah, it was the wrestling. The wrestling was the difference in that fight. She just had her in full mount and didn't let her up. Alexa Grasso had some moments. She nearly submitted her multiple times, but for the most part, it was completely dominant. Grasso did not have time to work on the stand-up because we know she's a boxer. She's got that boxer stance, but yeah, it was pretty much just a dominant performance by Valentina. Grasso looked very fatigued. Her face changed toward the later rounds. She didn't know what to do. She knew she had to get a finish later rounds, but there was nothing she could do. She was just getting dominated the entire time. We had 2 dominant title fights, which was real. Mexico did not win a whole lot of fights, to be honest. I'm a little surprised by that, but yeah. I did not think Valentina would get her belt back, because usually champions are washed after they lose their belt with a long reign and then lose the rematch, but she proved me wrong. She's now a 2-time flyweight champ. She's the GOAT of the women's flyweight division. She's one of the best female fighters of all time, and she needs a lot of respect. And now, the main event, Suga Sean O'Malley versus Merab. I proved all of you wrong. I said from the start, I said for months and months exactly what would happen. Dominant 50-45 decision for Merab. I said this was going to happen throughout, and apparently anyone said this all over the internet. I'm not saying this for clickbait, for rage bait. I know ball. I'm telling you that I know ball. I told you this was going to happen exactly as I predicted. If y'all watched my prediction video, I predicted it exactly right. I said Suga was going to look like Leon Edwards in the Bilal Muhammad fight. No, like Leon Edwards in that Kamaru Usman fight, that 5th round. Suga had his face over the octagon. He just looked exhausted, fatigued. His face changed. He didn't know what to do. Because guess what, guys? Grappling is better than striking. It is dominant over striking. That's why the grapplers are now taking over the UFC. And then all you Suga fans are crying because you're mad and they're just accusing them of just holding them down the whole fight and can't really fight. Y'all don't know what grappling is. Y'all are big casuals. Y'all need to if y'all don't like it, I mean, you're watching MMA. That's what it is. It's mixed martial arts. So y'all got to go watch boxing, because, I mean, that's very ignorant if y'all think that. I mean, you all got to, that's super ignorant. You all paid to watch MMA. This is what MMA is. Grappling is part of MMA. But anyways, I'm going to go through a recap of the whole fight. Yeah, the really only danger that I thought that Suga could win is he could knock him out in like the first 2 rounds before he starts getting tired and fatigued, because Merab has like the best cardio of all time. So yeah, that's what he did. I was a little worried that he would. I was also a little worried that Tim Welch was going to get into his head because he was talking to him in the beginning. I was very worried. I thought he was going to get knocked out early, actually, if you watch my stream on it. But he didn't. He was moving around. He was being smart. I said he had to fight smart to win. He was fighting smart. He wasn't blitzing in. He was moving side to side, playing it smart. And he shot for a lot of takedowns. He was very successful at it. And yeah, his Sean O'Malley's takedown defense is over 8. I said he had over 8 takedown defense like months ago. He does. Y'all glaze him. Almost everyone had Suga winning. Y'all have no idea what you're talking about. Y'all just expected a knockout. I said all the fans would start crying and booing toward the later rounds. But, yeah, that's what they did. They were crying as Merab was bullying him the entire time on top of him, not letting him up, beating the living crap out of him. he was working. Y'all say he was just holding him. He was working. He was beating him up. He outlanded him with ground strikes and everything. And then, so first round, second round, it was 50-45. I scored a 50-45. The judges did the best they could to rob the fight. They did absolutely they could. Two judges had a 48-47. One just had a 49-46. It was a 50-45 at best. Really, it was 50-44. Maybe 50-43. And Merab was just absolutely bullying him the entire fight, as I said he would. But anyways, second round comes in. Sean O'Malley had a little better, but no, didn't have any success. Merab was still bullying him. Not really getting outstruck. Suga was really just looking for that one punch to send him out. He wasn't really striking that much, throwing. He was being passive again, like I said he would, again. So I know everything. But anyways, yeah. Merab had no difficulty. In the second round, he was mocking him the whole fight, just taunting him, because it's not hard to beat Sean O'Malley. Super overrated. Got fraud checked like I said he would. Yeah, but Merab, I will tell you, he's not the smartest human. He's not the smartest fighter. Y'all saw the end of that second round when he was like kissing his back after bullying him, and then he let him up for some reason. 3 seconds, Sean O'Malley got up and hit him with some 2 shots. I don't know what he was doing. That was funny though. I loved when Merab was like yapping at Tim Welch to the later rounds when Suga was getting bullied. He deserves it. Tim Welch, it's your turn to get beat up, bro. You all talk a lot. Y'all don't know anything. Because really, Merab is the future. All the wrestling is the future. Actually, no, that's a better word. Grappling is the future UFC. They are the dominant ones now. And y'all are going to hate that, but it's grappling. Y'all are going to learn to like it because it's entertaining. Grappling's very entertaining. So if you don't like it, y'all just go watch kickboxing or boxing. I mean, if that's what you want. But yeah, grapplers are more dominant. They're strikers. Very dominant performance by Merab. Later rounds came in were the bad rounds for Suga. Suga was so tired, couldn't do anything. And Merab was just chasing him down the whole time. Really, that's what he was doing. So it was easy 50-45. The event was very good. I loved it. The animations were cool. A little overrated, like I said it would be. But, yeah, I loved the fights. There were tons of dog fights. Yeah, so the best fight, in my opinion, was probably those 2 fights in the pay-per-view, those 2 first fights, as I predicted again that they would be. I just knew those Mexican scrappers were going to put on a show. Yeah, so definitely that second pay-per-view fight. That third round was absolutely crazy, but going back and forth. The prelims were good too. Lots of good finishes. One person took a nap in the octagon. That was very nice to see. That female fighter, they got choked out. Raw vs. Junior fought, of course. That's also really good to watch. But yeah, great event. I was right. You guys were wrong. It went exactly as I said it would. Y'all are crying. I love when y'all cry because I know ball. Remember the name, bro. So yeah, let me know what y'all thought about the card. What are your opinions? And yeah, see you in the next one.